the basement.
Ooh. Excuse me. What's up, Noah? How are you, bud? How are you? What's up, Big Show? Good afternoon. It was awesome, Big Show. I got everything done I wanted to and then some. Gungi, I'm doing well. How are you? Oh, you know what? I'm not on the big account. I should probably get on the big account. This is the silver account. Godflow, how are you? I don't see you too often these days, Flo. How you doing, Flo? Scotty Go Blue. What's up, Scott? I have not messed with Seth yet. I don't have a strap right now. I'm just kind of dinking around. Um, just looking at some stuff. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Who's the best of these turtles? I mean, Seth for the coach. Scon. For some reason, I couldn't find your DMs. I'm supposed to do turtle stuff today, so gonna do turtle stuff. Ridiculous? At gold? I mean, what define ridiculous for me? Is it that much more than 6.6? 10%. He's what, like 7.5 or something? I would assume. I'm on. Let me get on the big account though. I would assume it's like 7.5 ish, without seeing it. Oh, this button. How are you, AK6? What's up, Deb? I'm doing well. How are you? Yeah, 7.5. Yeah, they go up about 10%, so that tracks. I think the best one is Seth, but just for the coach, to be honest. Fighter wise, I kind of think. Oh, thanks, Deb. Fighter wise, I honestly, relative to the class, probably Woods. I don't see any of them as being top of their class, personally. But I think Woods is probably the closest. But Kofi's really fun. Woods is really fun. Yeah, for some reason, I'm not seeing it on Discord. I was gonna DM you and be like, I'm supposed to do turtle stuff today. So we'll have to wait till next week for the roster thing. And I granted I did get a lot of DMs, but I didn't see your thing. Well because I was gonna tell you ahead of time roster thingy next week. It looks like because of all the turtle stuff. Um, Woods? Nah. Watch my video. He's pretty good. I don't think. No, you shouldn't, Scon. I just think it wasn't coming up. No, you're good. You're there. Good. Honestly, I think I forgot your Discord tag, and that was more my problem. I got you. You're good, Scon. But I think preference. So I do want to add a caveat to what I was just saying, though. One thing is that Woods and Kofi both are extremely good without high end stuff, right? So like in my case, I have a lot of really big gem damage straps. I have a ton of trainers. I have a ton of plates. So for me, where a lot of these posters fit is going to be different than where they'll fit on a lot of rosters. It really depends, Misad. That's a question I would not feel comfortable answering. It's there's so anyone that tells you one over the other shouldn't. I do, Scon. I do. Um, because they don't know your roster. Kofi or Woods will depend on gameplay style. Yeah, these are no different, Flo. To be honest. And what's up, McMenemy? I think Kofi, both Kofi and Woods, although I haven't played Seth very much, like as far as fighters, I think Kofi and Woods are probably better. But Seth I haven't played yet. Ray I'm not a fan of. Play gameplay. Seth's finisher just looks really weird. You need to use the sub to get to it. Thanks, Madman. Or start with it charged. It's just Seth looks really fun. They all have, for me, a weird flow to them. Like Seth, like triple green probably looks good with a Sheik plate, ish, but I'm not dug into Seth, and I don't normally like doing that on stream when I'm trying to figure them out. But Kofi and Woods are both very good, and they're extremely good without needing anything extra. Their power gems are really nasty. It was in Portland. I did not go. No, tickets, like, I like, tickets are fairly expensive usually to events, so I don't go to a ton of events. I would normally, if I'm gonna go to like a event or something, I'd probably rather go to a concert with Mrs. Merrick's, like a rock concert or something. She hates wrestling. So like that to me always feels selfish, right? Like a concert's kind of like a bigger thing, sort of thing. Will I watch? No, I won't. I have zero interest in McMahon. He's human garbage, so I don't really want to watch it. McGill, I have not fascinated by Vince in the slightest, so it's not something I'm really interested in. I just assume it not get views personally. That's just how I feel about it, though. Yeah, I think the two free ones are the best ones personally. They're easily the ones I like the most. Although Seth, like I said, I haven't played yet. But so normally when you see power gems, right, you're looking for a way to tick them a lot. And he's obviously set up to use the sub and then tick them with his finisher sub, you know what I mean? Like sort of thing, and then put the area out and then tick them twice. But like it's really funky. The cross break gem damage is huge, but you can't get a lot of cross breaks. So just looking at Seth, like he's like this is the only thing that matters. This is why you want Seth. Like right here, that's it. This alone makes him one of the best trainers coaches in the game. Like up there with like MP guys, not on the same level as MP guys probably, but very close, right? One of the best in the game for sure. Like a Santa type game changing. The difference between like Mem and Seth is the same difference between Matt and Sherry. And if you've ever put Matt on somebody and then put Sherry on and see how much harder they hit, it's a pretty big difference. So, this is what Seth is S plus because of this, in my opinion. Right? Like it's all about this. Also, I personally am 99.9% sure I won't get Seth. Unless I get like super lucky on something. She did. That was a birthday present, Derek. And yeah, maybe, but I don't like leaving the house a lot. Plus, yesterday, Mrs. Merrickson and I had plans, and I've been super busy in general. So, like, I drove her down to Portland for a conference she's at and stuff. And we hung out all day, and I'm gonna go back and pick her up Wednesday. I've just been really busy lately. So, it wasn't really in the. I'm super lazy. I'm a homebody. I like staying at home a lot. You can. Right, no, that's likely what I'll run with them because I don't like subs. This is what, with a Sheik plate, can this hit hard enough will be my question. Like how much takedown will I need? I haven't tested it yet though. But I do think like so Kofi is really interesting. Yeah, there could be restate. There could be. It looks like he's much more obtainable than Tech Rocky was. This event seems to echo the Rocky event pretty closely. But the question is, how much am I is my wallet willing to part with zombies coming next month for me? And while I do love this, currently the best person I think Seth coach would go would actually be Showboat Charlotte, because she makes so many multiplies and she's really good anyway, and she's super duper fast with 2 clicks. Like, I don't think there's a better spot for Seth than Showboat Charlotte. Like, as far as like game changing spot, most of the multiply gem people I use on my roster already hit hard enough. Currently, that I'm sure will change at some point. But I doubt Seth is in my budget, cheaper or not, restate. Anyone that makes he's great on any multiply person, Showtime Chemo, for sure. But the more multiplies you make, the better he is. It also could depend on what the showdown events look like and which currency it is, Scott. But I think Scott is pretty accurate there. And if you know much about my spending, that's about 4 times too much. For me. I'm good, Lee. How are you, buddy? But Seth, the major attraction is right here. Like, I don't really care what he does as a fighter. He's getting an affiliation strap if I ever get him, and an affiliation strap. He's about this. Fighter is secondary, right? Although this is neat. I can, and the poster art in particular, I love the poster art though. Like, where's this is the button. Just crazy looking Seth. I feel like that's it. Cena helps Noah. Solo makes him better. Cena helps, right? For consistency. It's about that consistency with D'Lo. He'll still hit very hard with Cena. He just is more likely to miss. And with Solo, I didn't really manage to miss, and usually if I can miss, I will. You know what I mean? But yeah, probably something like this with a Sheik plate. I was trying to see how cross breaks played out, and I wasn't really feeling it. If this was 6 MP, I was thinking, oh, you could get 2 sets out, have 18 of them, you might have something a la Razar style. It's also all pending moments, too. So everything I feel about these guys could go away. I'm sure we'll get a Turtle moment, we got a Rocky moment. Who knows if they give us plates or not. If they give us plates, everything now could be completely changed on if you get those plates or not. But for now, Kofi and Woods are my favorite of the 4, for sure. As fighters. As coaches, Seth. I personally am not, hey Telvin, how are you? Am not a power gem guy. So I'm not excited about the power gem trainer or coach. Personally, on a personal level, I don't like power gem gameplay in competitive modes because it involves making a match. And making a match means I'm to pin. What the heck, McMenemy? I'm not going to let that one through. So yeah. It is super funny. It is super funny, but I'm not going to let that through on the official channel. So yeah, I mean, like Seth, he as a fighter is secondary to the coach. He's lights out as a coach. Like Showboat Charlotte is instantly the first place I thought. Also, it'd be interesting if it makes Balor good enough to 2-click. Yeah, McMenemy. What do you guys think about the turtles so far? You think we'll get a special ring like we tend to? I think we'll probably get a special ring. That's not inside info. That's just me guessing or speculating. You think we'll get a turtle ring? I want a turtle ring. I like turtles. Yeah, everyone good today too, by the way? Everyone doing good? Enjoying life? There is one already? I must have to log out. I've been working on my previews, so I haven't seen the special ring. Nice. I'll log out and load back in then. Maybe the Twitch account has it, though, because I just loaded that one up. Speaking of that, I'm not on the Twitch account. Let's go to that. I only have 3 champions accounts open right now. Possibly the worst streamer ever. This is why no one watches me. Twitch account? Hey! There we go. Sweet. It wasn't for me yet, Baloo. It wasn't for me yet. Just saying. Let's go here. Underground sewer? Oh, nice. So question, guys. Like, so we got 4 here, right? You get if you figure 4 to an event, like, can we just like do a little speculation real quick? How about Casey Jones, Splinter, Shredder, and April? That's another 4, right? So that would give us 8. And then how about Baxter, Rocksteady, Bebop, and Krang? That's another 4. That would give us 12. Meanwhile, on Inside Info server, screenshots. Yeah. Yeah, they have the Casey Jones toy, it's Cody. And the Shredder toy that match these is Roman Reigns. Becky Lynch is April 100%. Yeah. That would be the play. Sheamus could do Rocksteady or Bebop. What am I doing? Oh yeah, Seth, he's right here. Derp. Probably do a move damage strap. What's up, Sean? How are you? Does anyone also... So there's fan voting up for the turtles on the website, the portal. Make sure and go there. Everyone know how to get to the portal. Get your free stuff. Everyone likes free stuff. Beyond that, is everyone comfortable with the turtle events? There's a lot going on. Do you have questions? I can attempt to answer questions, help people out. I've already heard some prize wall panic. I need to spend my prize wall currency this week from a couple different people, actually. You don't need to spend your prize wall currency. There's no timer on it currently. It's a 10-day event or whatever. You're good there. It looks very similar to the Rocky event. So I'm curious what happens week 2. In the pizza prize wall. That's what I'm very interested in. The pizza prize wall. Cheeky plate. Should probably back here. Why not? Yeah, 99 MP. That looks pretty smoking good. The other thing you could do is run this move and just like wait to charge your stuff. I don't know, but it is what it is. People should know. Right. So next week there is no Rosie Showdown. This is the last week for Rosie Showdown. Absolutely. There should still be the Rosie Tour next week. So the Rosie Tour that dropped today should also be next week, as far as I understand it. This is the last Rosie Showdown, though, this week. Absolutely, Scott. That is good infos. No. Well, let's set them up with the MP peoples. How are you, Timmy? Raph was always my favorite turtle. Unfortunately, Raph is Ray, and I'm not a Ray fan. Probably. One true. I just use sub reduction turns, so he only gets 1 turn. Makes it a little bit better. Derek, it's kind of up to you. I don't think getting the Kofi fuse is a bad thing, right? So I think you want to get uh, Kofi and Woods. But that being said, isn't Kofi in milestones for the? Yeah, exactly, Flo. Butch. Um, to the event that starts tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. I don't know where in the milestones, but I think Kofi's in the milestones for the event that starts tomorrow. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the blog said in the event that starts tomorrow. Yeah, thanks, Flo. So I would wait at least until tomorrow, unless you absolutely want the resource polls today, Derek. But see what happens tomorrow. But you'll probably get them. Yes, exactly. This is very similar. He refused to acknowledge the Butch name. Indeed, very similar to the Rocky event where you could buy Clubber early or get him through faction thingy, sort of thing. Yeah. How obtain is Leo Seth? He's a wallet obtainable or get lucky in a pull. Mm-hmm. A wallet or get lucky in a pull. Does that answer your question? Is that really base 20? Huh. Alright, maybe this does get big enough. What's up, Sand? Yeah, so you can grind out Blitz. Kofi's definitely free if you want to play. You can grind Blitz. You can do unlimited talent up, it look like. There's a lot you can do to get Kofi. Kofi's 100% free if you want to put effort in. Sure, Vern. You absolutely could see it with 99 MP. It's not going to hit 80 million, though, without 99 MP. I know that. I don't know, but let's see how hard it hits post 99 MP. I don't care about 99 MP stuff. No, Raph is next week's prize wall. He's the pizza box prize wall. 45 mil. It's gonna go up to like 51 and 3.7. Is that what that is? 3.7? So let's find out. Wrong move. But pretend this was the other move. But wrong move. Yes, your luck on resource loot could change that. Yeah, they've always had no. But it would so with 90 without 99 MP for the easy clicks, like on turn 1, 52 million is where you're going to cap out at. However, with a Sheik plate and that's also without substats. That's plenty actually for a lot of stuff. You add substats and stuff, but you do need 100% move damage strap for new gen, so good luck with that. Yes, Flo. I did not have great RNG either. We had people in my faction that got Apollo free, and then other people that had to spend for Apollo and Moment. As I recall, it was very, very choosy. Do I take Apollo? Do I take plates? Do I take the Moment? Or do I spend for a bunch more to get some of the other stuff? If I recall correctly. Does that sound right, Flo? So with 99 MP, Seth, this setup will be ridiculous. If you have good subset stats, it'll be really good. Sub stats. The other thing you could do is just do this. But it takes longer. Way longer. But new gen strap is a bit of a problem for a lot of people, myself included, I'm sure. You could also swap this out for another 10%, but you'd lose it on there. I don't know. That's about where he caps out at, though, but that's a pretty decent cap for how fast it is. Oh, congrats, John. Because you would just do this. And then this. Yeah, I think I had to spend 20 to get Apollo flow, and then a lot more to get the Moment. This is not bad. It's not quite where I want it, but it's not bad. Plus, you'd want to put an affiliation on him anyway. To be honest, you'd want to put an affiliation if possible, because his coach is ridiculous. But that's not bad. That's not bad. Post 99 MP. Trick Woods affiliation. I do has that one. You know the one I can't get? I can't get freaking Showboat Butch affiliation. Which is my favorite? I mean, Seth for his coach. But beyond that, though, I think probably Woods. I don't have a Sherry one either. I need a Sherry affiliation really bad. What's up, Chris? I had a great weekend. Yeah, played so much Fallout, it's not funny. Got that double EXP in, over level 600. Yeah. So yeah, it was a great weekend. Mrs. Merrick's and I played a bunch of Fallout together. Super fun. Nice, Noah. Yeah, I'd say Woods is probably my favorite just because I don't love my tricksters in general. Most of them aren't super duper fast. I think he's the best relative to the field for his class. Kofi is pretty interesting. Also Woods is I really actually kind of like Woods' triple yellow is pretty decent. Um if I'm being truthful though, Noah, like absolute truth here, I won't use any of them on my roster. On my own roster, none of them will make the cut for who I'll use, if truthfully. And I'm not gonna like say anything other than that. So Seth wouldn't make the cut for my roster either. Yeah, as a fighter. But I do think Woods is pretty fun and Kofi is pretty fun. Ray I don't like very much at all. Just getting Tama? What do you mean, Flo? Just Tamatonga? You don't have Tama yet? That surprises me. No, this Ray is HD. Mm-mm. He's Timu Braun Strowman. Oh yes, right. I think Tamatonga is faster. I also wouldn't Flow. So my tricksters for me personally would be Bubba. I think is the fastest. Hall of Fame Brutus, Tamatonga, and also Ozzy. I like more than Woods. So I would probably put Woods 5 for me. Yes, that's where I would use him, Chris. So obviously he's the best Woods, best Kofi. So those two I absolutely would. Ray, no. Zombie Ray is my best Ray easily. Seth? Who even all is Seth? Striker Seth is probably my favorite Seth, to be honest, if we're talking feud. There's so many Seths, it's hard to keep track of. Oh yeah, Showboat Seth? I don't have Showboat Seth. Showboat Seth is definitely better. Yeah, that's not even close. I don't have him. I forgot about him, thanks. So this is really good though. Right? Really good. Well, your question about Jimmy, I didn't, Derek. I'm sorry. Ask me again. You a big Tama fan too? Tamatonga fan too, Flo? He's really fast. He's slick. He was way smoother than I thought he was gonna be. I like the move damage set for him a lot. I just got new Sammy. Oh, yeah, new Sammy. Sure. They are fun, Chris. So for me though, the real good thing about them is you don't need like, especially Kofi and Woods. You don't need a really good strap or plates to run them. They're all runnable, winnable without crazy stuff, even kind of crazy stuff. And I think as a whole for the game, for the community, that's really good, right? Grinding, it depends what you have on your roster. On my roster, Tam is definitely better than Xavier. Like Godflow was just saying. Yeah, same Flow. On my roster, Tama is 100% better than Woods to me. But that's also a preference thing, and that's not true on every roster. So it's not really, and this is part of what when we do roster dives on Tuesdays, part of what I want to get people used to is there is not a clear answer a lot of times. Sometimes there's a very clear answer, but a lot of times it's really what you have on your roster that determines who's better, right? So when I'm saying XYZ is better, I'm literally basing it off the tools I have at my disposal on my roster. Can I run them the way I want to, etc.? It's what I have good enough. Also, like if it's stuff no longer in the game, so like a seance, I don't have a seance that's no longer in the game. I'm never going to say someone's the best if they require a seance, because to me it doesn't exist, and also for 99.9% of the game it doesn't exist, nor can you get it anymore. Same thing with like a drip plate. I don't like using drip plates. I will sometimes, but I try to keep it to a bare minimum because currently you cannot get a drip plate, and I just think it's really, I don't like making content where the stuff's not available to obtain for the most part. So I try to avoid that fairly often. Um, but it's nice to see some move damage coming back. That's super refreshing. A little bit sick of gem damage being it. So I'm really enjoying the move damage coming back and being an option. And hopefully we continue to see that. So I'm all for moves like this. This is really close to being tuned in post 99 MP. I'd like to see it maybe a touch higher, but that's really nitpicking. And of course, there could be a moment. I'm sure we'll get a moment. Who knows what? If it adds move damage, then this set becomes super attractive. Sensei, that would be great. Rebranding the Ghostbuster plates would be amazing. And I've said multiple times, I would be 1000% fine with them removing drip plate if I got to exchange it for any plate I wanted, including the Ghostbuster plates, right? If I could take my drip and change it for any plate I wanted, I can think of at least 4 plates I would use more often, like I think right off the top of my head. That would be more useful to me than drip. So I would be 100% all for that if it was I trade my drip for any plate in the game. I would do that in a heartbeat. Yeah, right, Chris? Move damage is super fun. Seth has got a pretty big sub, but it leaves bigger power gems. I don't really like sub gameplay. I can play it if you guys want. Um, is there any way you can get this move out twice? I don't think there is, right? He's got no way of generating blue other than the sub, right? So you'd have to sub this finisher, um, which I'm not the biggest fan of. This one feels really weird. This move feels really weird to me. The sub is low charge, so that's cool, but I don't like sub builds. It feels like, you're kind of locked into the green move damage set, triple green move damage set, or this kind of thing. I haven't done my Jimmy stuff yet. When I get there, how would I want to play Jimmy? And how high should I level him? I think I went through it all at 6-star bronze on auto, Derek, triple green, with no strap. So no strap, Jimmy 6-star bronze literally autoed it. His whole tour for me. I just wasn't even paying attention. So I would assume you could probably get through at like 5-star silver, gold, triple green, is if that's available, which I think it is because he's attack. Yeah, it should be. Somewhere between 5-star bronze and 5-star gold should be high enough, Derek. Triple green for sure. Make Merrick sub, yeah. So, interestingly enough, my favorite build for Turtle Ray, Raphael, is a sub build. So that should tell you how I feel about Ray overall, if that's my favorite build. I do think this is probably his next best option, just looking at it. Post 99 MP. Nah, I haven't started Showdown yet. Was doing my previews, Zandel. Sometimes the game takes a backseat to my personal play, to trying to get the Seth. I'm not as big in a hurry about because no one's going to get him anytime soon. But I like people having a good idea of what they're going to spend for potentially or save for. So I try to usually get those out early, but I'm not. Seth is the coach. You don't. No one really needs me. I mean, like, you're spending for Seth. You're spending for the coach, not him for the fighter. You know. But this, I'm sure, is really good because it's 5 charge. So now you can just load all your power gem trainers up. This feels like the way they intended him to play, like most powerful, but I could be wrong. Because now you can use Kofi with this set post 99 MP. Yeah, Seth is the Tech Rocky, correct, Eagles. But he does look more obtainable than Rocky event currently than Tech Rocky was, to me. Anyway, I could be wrong. 1000% could be wrong, but he does look that way. So we're going to need 9 to charge, but I think Bella is going to be better than keeping extra gems. Probably like this. Yeah, Chris, poor Regal has just been on the outs. Oh, it helps if I don't need move damage, yeah. Yeah, Eagles, it does feel like there's more currency this time for sure. So these wouldn't be loaded. You would need 2, 3, 4. That's 6. You'd have 1, 7. Nah, 2, 3 matches. 4, 5. That would load it though. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I don't know why I put that one there. That was not a good spot. But it does let you get all the power gem trainers on. And then tick it twice. I don't know if it can do enough, though. So what are we gonna... Nope. Not quite. It's gonna do, like, what, 60 mil total? 60 mil, I guess it's okay, but for a sub, I'd want to hit harder if I have to use a sub. Yeah, I don't love Seth. I would use the move damage setup instead of the power gems with the sub for sure. We don't, Sensei. We never know that stuff ahead of time. I would hope not a one-shot deal, because that kind of stuff is lame. No, Sako, if you get lucky and pulls. I'm not making them look meh. I'm just playing them how they are, Northern Mouth, right? Like, I am not going to attempt to make anyone look better than they are, right? Seth, the reason to spend for Seth is very easy. Right here, period. If you want me to make Seth look like what he is, then I'm playing the wrong poster, right? You want to see the power of Seth. It's got nothing to do with the fighter. Really, this is what you use him for. Right here. On someone like Charlotte Flair. Yes, you have to pay $100 to unlock him on the prize wall, and what's the cheap one, guys? 1.228 million currency, I think. I don't know. I haven't paid the $100 Soccer Football. Awesome, great. Well, happy belated birthday by a day. Yes, Chris. If you're spending for Seth, and that's your money, you're completely your prerogative. There's the reason you should be spending for him, in my opinion, is as a coach. Of course, that is completely up to you, right? But that would be the reason, right? I mean, so interesting. Let's see. I don't like using Santa, so I'm weird and do stuff like this. Instead of using Santa. Which you could use Matt. Not Santa. It's on the blog. It lists him on the blog, but the $100 pack gives you half off prize wall, which is a different conversation though, because it depends on what you want to use your money for. There's a lot of people that would be happy with the resources on there at half price, the chance to get straps. It really depends on the person. I personally, for the most part, am not the biggest fan of spending money on resources. I'd rather take my time getting the resources and spend my money. Honestly, at this point, most of the time, I'm more interested in spending to get plates than characters, because the characters come eventually, and if you don't have the plates to run them, often they aren't good enough, right? Or they're almost good enough, but not quite. I'm going to put a 50% on Charlotte, by the way, because it's a harder era to get, not 100. So I want to put a 50. But the real power of Seth is in the trainer. On somebody that makes a ton of multiplies in particular, right? So your Charlottes, your Ilya Dragunov makes a ton of multiplies. The CM Punks, the actually probably helps Sammy out a ton. The new Sammy that isn't very great. There's a like anyone generating a ton of multiplies, it's incredibly powerful on. I don't even want to think about how hard Miz would hit if he didn't cascade. Julius, nah. Julius. So Julius, what you want on Julius is the Tama plate and never touch the multiplies. Just 2-click and beats everyone in 2 clicks. It's just overkill to run the multiplies. But the optimal setup for Julius is just the Tama Tonga plate and running 2 purple moves. That's just my opinion. There's no reason. Acrofin, I think so. We can try him on Acrofin actually right after this, because it basically let's look at Charlotte's gear, because I think it basically makes Finn equivalent to what Charlotte was before with the gear, basically. I mean, look, because her gear adds 2, right? And then 50% on the yellow. Yeah. So honestly, not far off. It probably makes Finn equal to Charlotte before that, Chris. So we can try a Finn too. That's kind of the, I mean, like, you might get a 2-click monster out of Finn out of this, but Charlotte, this is going to take like completely over the top. She was already hitting pretty hard before, but like my Charlotte is set up almost identical to this, but has the 60% strap, no Seth. But otherwise, this would be exactly how I run my Charlotte, minus Seth. I would use, on my Charlotte, I use Brett. But I use Nightmare, Jade Plate, and then Brett instead of Seth. But this should be really interesting. This is the real power of Seth, not as a fighter. This is why you want him. That was 60 million outside of Feud, when before that was doing like 45 outside of Feud. In Feud, I usually do 55 with Charlotte. If I have middle lane, I do more. Like 60. Top lane, she's like 70. If there's a yellow or green buff, she hits super hard. So it adds about 15 million-ish, I think, straight up to her, which is crazy. Yeah, we'll try. I can try Seth on a bunch of people if you want. It's just really good on people that makes a lot of multiply gems. That's what Seth is that's why he's S tier right here, is as a trainer. That was a really bad board. 50 million. It's the difference. So does anyone have Sherry and Matt? The difference is like the between Mem and Seth is the same difference as between Matt and Sherry. So if you put Sherry on Matt on somebody, and you know they hit like, let's say like 40 million, and then you toss Sherry on and they hit for 60 million, same difference. If you're hitting 60 million, and then you take Mem off and put Seth on, now you're hitting 80 million, right? Same exact difference kind of thing. If you want a good comparison, if you don't have him for what you have on your roster, and you have Matt and Sherry, it's that 2 multiply difference. The bigger the multiplies, sort of, the less impactful it is, but if they're making a ton of big multiplies, it's still very impactful, right? So like Indy would still be great. Hey Sheik, how are you on Indy? And again, Charlotte does way better in Feud than Tours, but it's just a really good example. Finn probably doesn't quite make the cut. Maybe in Feud with right bonuses, he could. But Ilya alone, right, when you're using Mosh and stuff, will be pretty crazy. He's a really good example, to be honest, because I liked Ilya with Mosh and instead of Sherry because it actually maths out better because he makes a ton. So like, he's another good example. These plates aren't going to make a difference for him. Did I say hi, Iron Sheik? How are you, Sheiky boy? It's always good to see you, Sheik. Right on. I hope you're doing well, Sheik. So post 99 MP, this is Ilya's build. These plates won't affect him. And I'll show you, do it this way. I'll just do one without. I'll do one without, because he's pretty consistent what he hits. We also have the moment, right? So this is definitely going to be jacked up. Awesome, Sheik. So I'll do one without, and then we'll literally trade Mem for what's his face, Seth, and you can see. Hopefully we don't get a bunch of cascades. That's fine. So that was 94 million. Post 99 MP, no plates buffing it. 94 million with 100% strap. Ilya's kind of a thing. Let me hit one more, and then we'll put Seth on. We'll straight up trade Seth for Mem. Hey, B-Rock, how are you, buddy? That cracks me up. Merrick's disciple. If only I was teaching you good things, though, B-Rock. It's just, it's easier probably to show it on Ilya than a lot of them. We can open a Champions Church. I love it! 94 million twice, so that's really close. Question of the week. Would you rather be to speak English? Oh, animals for sure, Sheik. I would kill to be able to talk to my cats. Animals in a heartbeat. If I could like actually talk and understand my cats, that would be incredible. My cats are like one of the best things in my life. So people suck. I don't want to talk to more people. So definitely animals. Such a good question though, because any language would be pretty cool. I would probably pick like I'd probably pick like Japanese because I like video games so much, and there's so many good video games in original Japanese language. So if I was gonna pick a language, I'd probably pick Japanese. Selfishly, because I like B-Rock. No, don't compare me to him ever. Please. He's the one that didn't let people in his church when it was flooding, if I recall correctly, which is kind of lame. Yes, Sensei. Yes. Seems like that's exactly the kind of thing you'd want to do. Oh, I didn't have Mem on. Gosh dang it. The test is faulty. I didn't have Mem on. Let me put Mem on instead, and we'll rerun 2, and then I'll put the right trainer on. That's fair, B-Rock. That's fair. There's a whole big thing about it. You can Google it. Don't need me to tell you. Don't want to upset anyone here. So, faulty test, because I suck. Let's put Mem on. Okay, same thing, 93 damage, 93 million, no cascade. Let me get one with the cascade. And then we'll go and see how much difference it makes on Ilya. Again, no plates affecting it, just 100% strap. Post 99 MP setup. With the moment, though, this does have the moment. Ilya's ridiculous with or without the moment, but in particular with the moment. Okay. But yeah, definitely animals. Mem's pretty good. Honestly, the thing that helped with not having Mem a bunch was Zombie Gunther, if you can get Zombie Gunther. And then Brett also helps a bunch. There are cases where Gunther and Hitman are actually better these days. That was a big cascade. So between 93 and 95 million, good enough. Sensei. That's hilarious. How about you, Sheik? Which would you pick? And if you did a language, which one would you pick? I think I would do Japanese because I like video games so much. It's also probably really hard for someone that speaks English only to learn Japanese. From a useful standpoint, Spanish would probably be the most useful. But, you know. All right. Sethro Jenkins. Oh, is in all languages? That makes it way harder, but I still would pick cats because selfish and people suck. But knowing all languages would be awesome. Just being able to travel anywhere and understand people would be amazing. But I'd still rather be able to talk to my cats because they're literally my family as well. So animals would still win out. That's hilarious, B-Rock. No Cascade, 103 million. So what do we gain? Like 10 million? And these are really big multiplies, so that's a 10 million difference over over what's his face, Memrock, right? And it may not the bigger the multiplies, the less of the difference, right? But you're looking for quantity of multiplies in particular. Is what you'd be looking for. So who else makes a crap ton of smaller ones? Smaller, it's even more noticeable. Somebody asked about CM Punk. That's a fine one. Let's do this. I think somebody asked about CM Punk, right? Oh, nice, Iron Sheik. Actually, I think my buddy just went to Arena Mexico show. Lots of lucha. Pretty sure that's the promotion it was. He told me and I forgot. But he was down there for work and he caught a show. Alright. Punk is the triple green, right? Go to sleep. Or area, blah blah. I'm not gonna do a bunch of crazy stuff, so sir. What do we need? This one. This is what we need, right? It's got Santa. Yeah, this is the setup that'll work. But I'm not gonna try and like loop the multiplies, so let me just get the one set. The problem with Punk though is who would you take out? You can't use Sherry unlike Punk, right? If you want to do that, or you have to be way more risky. Kyrie would be great on for sure. 33 spec, yeah. Not that Kyrie needs even more help, yeah. I'm sorry, Derek. But congrats on the new character. I hate Hall of Fame Godfather. Long story. Actually, it's not that long. Take out NWO? Alright, if you want a Cascade, we absolutely can. And we'll put Mem in and then replace Mem for Seth. I'm playing, remember, so if you want to see a Cascade, make me make a 5 match. Now, apparently there's perks on this account now. So just know this isn't realistic gameplay when I row break this. Apparently there's perks on this account now. It's also, Punk's really hard to tell because it's random gems, right? So it depends what's on there. Nightmare and Jade Plate are both buffing, by the way. Congrats, Curtis. He's fun. So, you know, this setup is big setup for Punk anyway. With the yellows and the greens. But it's going to be almost impossible to tell because he's destroying random multiplies. So, dude, the Sheik Plate, I can tell you exactly how much it's going to add. It's going to add 2 million for each of these green moves. So it'll add exactly 4 million more. And I thought you wanted to see the trainer. The Sheik Plate doesn't affect the trainer. So, like, if you just wanted me to show you how hard Punk was going to hit, all right, then you fooled me. Congrats. Trying to show Seth, though. Focus on the mission, sir. Focus on the mission. Also, with multiplies, Sheik Plate would be worse, probably, depending on the yellows. But just know this is not even realistic to begin with, unless you do this kind of thing, and then have Cascade risk. You really need NWO Hogan to make him work. And you can see, look at all the loot box gems, so it's not going to be very accurate anyway. It hit about the same. It's just super, you can't really tell on somebody that does random multiplies. But long story short, it does make CM Punk better, because when you have a crappy board, it hits as hard as when you have a good board. So he's not a good example. But you can, it makes everybody significantly better that has multiplies. But to show you examples, it needs to be the same color all the time. I wouldn't play this. With the text we have in the game, like I wouldn't play Punk personally. Muscle Man Bray, he makes 7 multiplies, so it helps him a little bit, obviously, but there's only 7 multiplies. So the more multiplies, the better. You'd want to, of course, it's better than what you were using most likely, but it's like this restate. So if you make 7 multiplies, and you add 3 to them, that's 21 extra gems, right? So, but if you make 20 multiplies, now it's 60 extra gems. So you're basically, think of multiplies in extra gems. And it makes it way easier to figure out their worth and how good they are. He's going to have a very small impact comparatively on somebody with 7 gems, unless they have like a gem buff, like a percentage buff with, you know, then those multipliers would be extremely big. But yeah, that's up to you, dude. It really depends on your gameplay preference, what you like. I mean, with 99 MP, the world's kind of your oyster. You can do whatever you want with Kofi. So, Jade Cargill is a really good one that would benefit. Absolutely. For sure. Because at gold, she has a ton of multiplies. I don't think there's an Aussie. Why, what's your question, Bunders? I don't think there's an Aussie on the road anywhere. What is your question, though? I may be able to answer for you anyway. Or what did you hope to see? Jade's a good one. That one I like for this, because she makes so many freaking doodaddies. Multiply gems, that's what they're called, right? There, not there. That's fine. No, the traps don't overwrite. They know about it, Bunders. Yeah. Julius's traps don't go over Ozzy's traps, right? So it causes an issue because you're not choosing them. Julius's random traps don't overwrite Ozzy's traps. That's what you're talking about, yeah? No, what are you talking about then? Is it freezing the game on you with the combo move? Because that's another bug where it'll freeze the game, potentially, with combo moves when they're traps. Which one? Oh yeah, that's, yes. So there's smart traps, which is going to get changed back away from smart traps. That's because Ozzy, it's after Ozzy gets a turn, right? Though, Bunders? Not before Ozzy gets a turn, yes? It's after Ozzy has traps on the board. Yeah. Yeah, they know about that one too. Because he doesn't overwrite his traps. Yeah, so then it goes over the multiplies because it thinks they're the traps. Yeah, that one is a known bug as well. So same kind of problem though with Jade. If you want to use Sherry, you have to take a much more Cascade risk thing, and it's a 5 in a 3 match. right? So I wouldn't recommend it on Jade as the downside. So generally, you would make up for it here. The surprise wall question is a great question because a ton of people have asked it. So the thing with a prize wall is if it doesn't have an expiring timer, you don't need to worry. So you just go in here and look at your prize wall. No expiring timer, so you don't need to worry. Right? If you look at this event that pays out those tokens, the Cowabunga contest, as long as this event is going, you're earning that prize wall currency. So you have at least 9 days and 20 hours. Typically, it adds a full day after when the prize wall goes down. So you have at least 10 days and 20 hours before you need to spend your prize wall currency, because you can still earn it for 9 days and 20 hours. So definitely don't panic and don't spend your Cowabunga currency. There's literally no reason to. If there's no timer, you're safe. Once there's a timer, that's when you get in trouble. If you go beyond the timer. This prize wall is no rush whatsoever. It will be there till what's the cheapest way to get Seth? Do your daily pull for $9.99 and then spend on the portal like probably $100 like 8 times or something. My favorite turtle, Raphael. If you're talking in the TV series Iron Sheik, definitely not in the game. So there's no rush for this prize wall currency. Next week will be the other event. No, Chris. Yeah, Raph, Iron Sheik. Raph was my favorite. Right on. If you have 174,000 currency, you could. I wouldn't. Like, claim him for what, Rusty? Like, I wouldn't, because you're gonna get him for free. So, if you're just worried about the tour for this loot, I wouldn't worry about it. The resource loot, I wouldn't. This is gonna be farmable though. Once it opens up, you'll be able to farm this resource loot. So, I mean, you would do what you think best for your roster. But me personally, if he's CSS, what does that mean though? Like, so he's CSS. What do I get if I use him? It's always a question of what do I get, right? I know I'm getting Donatello for free because I know it. I don't know if I've ever missed this milestone here as long as I've been playing this game when I was trying for free. Like, at least in the last 2 years, in the faction I've been in for sure, I don't think I've ever missed this milestone as long as I logged in and played. So I know I'm getting him for free. So I don't care if he's a CSS. I'll miss it happily, unless it's giving me enough to make up for spending all of this currency in this prize wall. So to answer your question, the only way you could know is if it's worth wasting 174,000 currency to use him for a CSS before you get that other milestone. So what would you be giving up? 10 of every 6-star token? Would you rather have 10 of every 6-star token or him? I don't know. Would you rather have 100% gem damage strap or use him as a CSS? Would you rather get a move damage strap? Gamble. like 3 times or use him as CSS. That's how I weigh those questions. And those are personal questions. So I can't tell you if you would, but I can probably safely say for me, there's not going to be any CSS requirement for him that makes me want to use this currency before I'm ready to make a final decision on my price. Right? Because there's always the chance. There's always the chance. No, he's not. He's not the get from the prize wall because he's free in the milestones, right? It's just if you don't want to use tokens to fuse him up, or whatever you call it. So no, I don't have. I haven't bought. Maybe this would be better. Let me change gears here. Okay, let me change gears here, guys. I was in a mindset and now I'm off the mindset. Yeah, the other prize wall is the interesting one, Ben. I think so too, completely. This prize wall is the known quantity we have. I'm gonna go log into my account here. You guys can see. I'll show you exactly what I've done. I've spent $10 on this whole event so far. Okay, this is my account. I don't know why it's. So here we go. You want to see what I've done so far? I bought the Backstage Pass this week, and I bought the $9.99 daily task bag yesterday. I don't know if I'll buy it today. That's what I've done. My faction easily maxed the boss event. And I'll show you how much currency I have from spending $20, only 10 on the event. 10 on a Backstage Pass. In my faction maxing boss battle. So I have 107,000 currency in one full day of the event. So right now, it feels like a lot more currency than we had during the Rocky event. If you look at the blog, because I have not whaled out for a half off prize wall, I have no rush to do so. I would only do that if it meant I could for sure get Seth. Otherwise, I don't really care about half off. For me, that's going to be different for every roster and every budget. Let me show you. Let me go to the portal too. I'm going to go to the portal too. We're going to flip back between some things. I feel like this event is really confusing for a lot of people. Yeah, there's heavy RNG, Zandel. This event, like Rocky, will be heavy RNG. Let me go to the portal too. I mean, you guys, I should probably make a video on this because so many people are like in like panic mode almost, or FOMO mode, and I feel bad because like it's just day like 2, just chillax, you know? It's all good, baby. There's nothing to rush about. So okay, portal, let me get this. Nice, Bunders. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want this. And this. Okay, let me fix this so you guys can see it better. We'll go here and this side. You guys can feel free to share what you're going to do or what you think. But so for me, I'll even go to the spend event for you here. Merrick's exposing all secrets. You can see yesterday, I spent $20. Somebody was asking about the best path to what's his butt, Seth. There's a spend event every day. This is your best path along with ranking high, right? So you can see $20 got me however much extra currency that is, right? You start spending like $100 a day, 20,000, 26,000, 31,000, 36, basically 40,000 currency extra. So I don't really remember the Rocky event, Rusty, but you can look at the blog as well. Anyway, $100 gets you 40,000 extra currency plus what you spend. I would wager, and Scott said earlier, looking at it, $800 to $1,000 if you want Seth. That's probably super accurate. That I have no interest in personally doing that math because it's way out of my bucket, right? Way out of my bucket. Now, to answer your question about the prize wall, if you have a bunch of new gen people you like that you want good straps for, it may be worth the $100 spend for the half off prize wall if that's in your budget. I don't know that I care about that prize wall personally. So, what I do know is a few things. I do know what's in the blog, and let's go there. And this will probably help a lot of people, I think. So if you scroll down, this tells you everything that's going to happen here, right? So tomorrow we're going to get tours, by the way. The Turtle Time competition, another event starts. This is the one that you can get Ko-fi in for free. Turtle Time competition. That starts tomorrow. Okay. Then we have a bunch of showdown in week 2. Now, 3-star silver in the top milestone of its Turtle Time solo competition. 3-star gold in the top free Cowabunga contest milestone. You're gonna get Xavier Woods for free tomorrow. So no, don't claim him today. It's all, the information's all here. If you dig for it, it's not necessarily easy to connect the dots. But here's its Turtle Time competition. Starts tomorrow. Whoop, I lied. It's a top free Cowabunga contest. I lied. I'm wrong with that one. Ko-fi. Thank you. Ko-fi is the top milestone of the It's Turtle Time solo competition. Ko-fi's tomorrow. I can't read. So Ko-fi's tomorrow, or you can buy him. Yeah, Woods is in the solo contest for free, Derek, that you can already see. Right? Seth is loot, or you have to buy the 50% off discount prize wall. Ray is week 2 pizza prize wall week, the ooze loot. Seth can be purchased for $1.249 million. Ray is in the week 2 one. That's all the way down here in the pizza thing. Spin the loot and collect pizza slices to earn new Rey Mysterio off the pizza wall prize wall in week 2. So you can get him week 2 off of this different prize wall. Just like Apollo, correct. Why do we keep getting, I don't know, Iron Sheik. I don't like Ray, you don't like Ray. So, no, so here's the thing. Let me scroll back up. Ray is going to be RNG based. Free in some factions, probably. Okay, right here is what's going to determine Ray for most people and how much he's going to cost. Other than some RNG luck. Week 2, faction loot competition. Apollo had this same loot. People in my faction got Apollo for free. Some like Zandel, it cost $20. Some like myself, I think Apollo cost me like $40 because I had really crappy RNG, and then I paid a lot more to get the moment. Right? Also, that prize wall, it had Apollo, it had the Rocky 76 moment, and it had like 12 freaking plates or something like that. I don't know if we're going to get plates. This one. Same place you got Apollo. You had to choose, Rusty. You were choosing between Apollo, the moment, or plates. Or you were spending. I don't know if we're going to get plates or not. And the only good setup for Drew is the red setup with the red spam B-Rock, preferably with moments. If you have both moments, he has 100% base gem defense. So you wanna use an armor strap in that case with the Piper plate. Drew is not super good. If you're trying to beat a tour, however, then I would just use the power gems. If you're trying to beat a tour. But if you're talking about for feud, he's not super great. Unless you have both moments, and then you just cheese it with gem defense. So yeah, the prize wall for week 2 is separate from the 2-week prize wall. We're going to call the main prize wall, the TMNT main prize wall, the 2-week prize wall to help with confusion. And then there's a 1-week prize wall that starts next week. So you also will be earning points. All of these events feed the main prize wall in the main event, but they also feed the secondary prize wall. Is that a little bit more clear? Ray is the week 2 prize wall, which is separate from the week 1, different currency. Right, Flo? I think at least 3 more prize walls. What are you confused about? Bunders. Still. What are you still confused about? I help you. I honestly, guys, I have no idea why we have 2 separate prize walls for the same event. Really. I mean, like, it seems like that's a lot of effort on their part, too. It seems like it would be much easier to have them all in one prize wall. But I do think, hearing the amount of FOMO that all of you guys have, that it probably is for that reason. Because you're all, like, paranoid you're going to miss something, or you're going to screw it up, or do I spend, do I not spend? You know what I mean? Like, it's probably, that's probably part of it. So, but if you want to know in particular, like, what event gives what, it tells you in each of these little sub things. Right here. Its turtle competition launches on Wednesday. Yes, Flo. Well, and then fine is dependent on your RNG. Right, Flo? As well. You get a crap ton of 7 million Cowabunga solo contest points. That's the main event. 50,000 strap parts and also Kofi. That's what's available tomorrow, starting tomorrow. Hey, Fifth Element. Look at this, though. Before you panic and say, I don't have CSS, I'm screwed. These are unlimited. These 2 tasks are unlimited. There's also a blitz somewhere that is unlimited, which we'll see later, right? Somewhere. So if you're missing CSS, yes, Flo. If you're missing CSS, you can talent up to make up for it and blitz. There you go. 36 matches. This one, Braun, I don't know. Dazzling? Who's that? Oh, this is that's probably Kofi. But John Cena prototype, I would think anyone that was playing would have him. Foley, maybe not. He was in the Showdown store, or still is. Seth was only if you completed the MLC. Timmy, why are you done with the event? You can literally grind it for free. You can do blitzes for free. So why would you be done with it? Because you don't want to blitz? Question mark? That seems like you're screwing yourself. Well, so that's the thing, Rusty. You can't get everything. You can't chase everything. You're going to drive yourself crazy. So, especially when it comes to, like, spending, unless you're super rich or want to rack up a huge credit card debt, you pick your spots. You make your targets at the beginning of the month, and then you stick to them. That's what I do. You know what I mean? So, like, for me, my focus from the very start has been one thing, and it was Jacob. That focus didn't change. They added a moment. That became my secondary focus. I don't anything else. I will do everything I can to get it, but unless it's within my budget, it's no touchy. And so, like, when you spend, it should be with a focus, purpose, reason in mind. Otherwise, you're going to drive yourself crazy, right? You can't keep up. And then when stuff like this comes, you totally can't keep up. So you trying to get everything in the game mostly is going to make you unhappy. I've been there. I've done it. Once you give up on getting everything and just focus on what's important for your roster, it's much more relaxing and fun, right? Set a smart budget, stick to it, and make a plan. If you're going to spend for a reason, right? And so, like, if I know I have a limited income, and I do, but I set my goal as Jacob, and I've already dumped half of my spending budget into Jacob, if I change up now, then I likely get nothing. Right? So I stay the course and do the thing. If I have extra to throw at something like this, I absolutely will do it. Yeah, most people, you got him, Gumsy. You'll get him for sure. Most people spend way too much right in this game because they don't want to wait a couple days. I can't tell you, like, so the weekend event, when you see people spend like $2,000 on the portal, they could recruit that superstar for a third of the price. Guaranteed. But they don't want to wait 2 days. They'd rather spend $1,500 more than wait 2 days. It's mind-boggling to me. Right? I can't wrap my head around it. Most of the time, people get FOMO'd into spending when there really isn't a reason to. Yeah, Rusty. Yeah, so but in short, there's a lot of stuff here. It's a really good event if you just play. Here's the Shell Shock Blitz that starts on Wednesday. 70,000 It's Turtle Time solo competition points. Makes up for any CSS you don't have. At 500 tickets a run. Completely, it's any's, right? So, this is a really good event. People always say, like, they want events they can grind. Don't be the person that says, I never get anything in this game, they don't do anything for grinders, and then not play this event. Literally, once you get Ko-fi, there's 2 grindable things. So there's this event, the Blitz, so everybody can get Ko-fi completely for free. Everybody. Right? On top of that, once you unlock Ko-fi, go back to the game here. Oh my gosh, mouse, you're freaking. See what these give out? It's not really fair to be mad at Scopely for not giving you grindable events when you get a grindable event and then don't play it. You can also use auto clear tickets to farm these. And there's autoplay now. Right. So the thing is, no problem, Timmy. Like, I think that's part of it. Like, there's a lot. The blog is definitely, there's a lot. How do you explain all of this in a blog, though? I mean, look at this. And this is just the start. Look at all these events we have going on. We have the Cowabunga contest. You go in here, and there's events nested within events. We have this one starting. This one goes on for 10 days. We have Faction Boss going on. You know what I mean? Then on top of that, you got this one, you got this one, you got the solo contest. You go in here, you got this one starting tomorrow, you got this one today, you got to wrap this one up today. Like, I get it. There is a ton going on. Exactly. Another Master Manager tomorrow when this one ends. Don't miss your stuff here. I still have a lot to do today in this one. I have other stuff I want to do besides play the game. I should probably be doing it right now. But I'm streaming instead, right? There's a ton. Showdowns going on. Showdown, just play a little bit and you can get a decent reward for playing Showdown. Just a little bit. Look at these leaderboards. Even down to, all the way down to rank, you're still getting some solo shards. You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell me it's not worth like 30, 40 minutes of your time to get 100 solo shards, right? I mean, the breaking it down is, there's only so much you can break down. But basically, long story short, most of the time, the stuff in the game is worth doing. You know what I mean? It's actually worth doing. When you don't do it, when you say it's not worth doing, you just short yourself. That's all that happens. People will be like, I'm not doing that for 5 shards. And then I'll be like, well, those 5 shards add up. And when I'm recruiting guys and you're not, that's why. If you can get shards for free, you get every one of them you can. Always. I mean, like, if you're not a spender especially, you have to make up for it with tenacity. Bizzo's a really good example. Bizzo doesn't spend a lot. He's got a really good roster. He works his butt off. And that's what you got to do if you don't spend. And if you're not spending, you have to work harder, not work less. Often, a lot of people that spend a lot do play a lot too. You know? But yeah, we have autoplay now, so you can go farm that stuff. Right, Chris. Exactly. So let me try again too. Is everyone feeling better about the contest now? Do we need to go back to the blog? Awesome, Bizzo. Awesome. Those 300 Maxine shards will be huge for you. Because I'm happy to help you guys understand. Most of the other thing too, I think I see a lot in this game is somebody says an event sucks, and then that just, like, especially if it's a faction leader, right? I mean, so I'm not going to say any specific names, but in Town Hall, which is the faction leaders, you hear a lot of faction leaders talk about how everything sucks. And I can only assume if they're saying that in Town Hall in front of everybody, they're probably also saying that in their factions. And if everything sucks, all that does is convince you to not play it. But usually what not playing does is screw you. Not anyone other than yourself. Yeah, and have fun doing it. If you're not having fun, if you're miserable, you probably shouldn't play the game, and you probably definitely shouldn't be leading a group of people. CSS frustrates everyone, Bunders. CSS absolutely frustrates everyone. Yeah, I think you should wait, Bizzo, personally. I get frustrated by CSS. This is, like I said, we're on my roster. This is how many characters I have. I am constantly frustrated by CSS. You'd think having, this is what I'm missing, right? You'd think having 583 superstars and only missing a handful, that I would almost never be frustrated by CSS. I am constantly 1 or 2 short. This is all I'm missing. Literally, 33 in the whole game, and a bunch of them aren't even obtainable or ever CSS, but it's always the ones you don't have that are CSS, like all the dang time. right? Roman's going to be CSS all the time. I don't have him. It's super frustrating. Yeah, so trust me, even though you might be like, oh, like Merrick's feels any CSS pain. No, I do all the time. I finally got Dusty this weekend. I swear, Dusty has been used like 30 times in the last 6 months. Literally just got him. Correct. No Stardust. No Stardust, no Ryback. They were before I was playing. Harper I couldn't get. Been chasing this SOB for 3 years. Now, this October will be 3 years, and I'm still 200 shards away. Demon Balor, I finished 21st. Top 20 got him. I got spent out of the place by someone that already had him. Right? So no Demon Balor. No Trial Vader, correct. Or Bubba. Or her. So yeah. Like, you might be like, whoa, Merrick's doesn't know what he's talking about. This dude never has CSS restrictions. I do all the time. It doesn't look... These two, all the dang time they're required. And I'm not even remotely close. These two piss me off. I'm sorry. See, I get frustrated about CSS. Like, that kind of stuff will just get me bent. Straight up bent. Still chasing this dummy. Won't even use him. Bam Bam I'm close to. Like, this is 6 months later. You know? Muda, oh, I want him so bad. So, anyway, yeah, CSS is freaking frustrating. I feel your pain. You might not think I do, but I feel your pain. You got him on a lucky pull, Vikes. You got him on a lucky pull. So, yeah. What else, guys? What do you want to see? You can see I finally got Dusty. What else you guys want to see? Like, or talk about? What will help you? Like, I can show you gameplay, but I've already recorded previews. Seth is good, but he's more of a trainer. What actually will help you guys? I'm more interested in helping you guys than doing stuff you've seen or can see more of. So, especially in regards to the turtle contest, my camp Gumsy, right on. Blue Ridge thing went live today. I haven't even got to play it yet, and I still got a ton of crap to do in the game. Dang it! I don't have enough time today. Yes, Chris, because not being able to do previews, I'm very honest, that pissed me off super bad, right? I was super pissed off that month. I didn't spend a dime for like 3 months, I think. I was so pissed. And I quit streaming on the official channel after that for months and months because I was so mad. I thought the reason to me personally was a load of BS, especially considering other stuff. And it really, I've set up my channel, how I do previews and stuff. Like, I put a ton, they're my highest viewed videos every month. I put a ton of effort into my previews, always have. I don't put them out first. I take my time. I try and do a good job. Always have. And when I couldn't do those, I was so pissed off. Scopely had their reason for it. I don't agree with it. I don't think it did anything, but it was their reason, and it's their game. And I am a content creator at their whim, so I was not able to do previews. Unless I streamed on the official channel, and that really irritated me. So I basically went on a strike from the game pretty hard for 3 months. Didn't hardly do any videos. I didn't do... January is Hall of Fame. I think for 3 months I barely did any videos. I didn't spend anything, really, I think, for 3 months. And I don't think I went back on the official channel for probably like 6 months. At least, because I was so mad about it. I almost quit the game. In fact, I was positive I was going to quit. I was 90% sure I was going to quit the game and quit being a CC. I told Mrs. Merrick's I'm going to give it till, I think it was May? April or May. And unless something changes, I'm done with the game. And that's why I've came back with a better attitude, because something did change my attitude. And I'm having fun now. The best thing I did was deleting my Discord too. I didn't know. I wish, Bizzo. They don't need Scopely doesn't need me for anything. For reals. They don't need me for anything. I am so replaceable, it's not funny. Yeah, pretty much, Chris. I just remembered what I liked about the game and went back to that. Oh, Gumsy, that sucks. I'm sorry. Thanks, Sapper. I try to make the game more fun. I don't think I always succeed. That wasn't during that time. That was before that. But yes, Fifth Element. Yes, that was before the previews went away. That was during the summer when I did the attic and fell through the floor. Correct. Yeah, it was definitely Rick Bizzo. I have no problem saying Scopely does stuff I don't like. On the official channel, on my channel, whatever. But I also have a lot of fun playing this game, and I do think they do a lot of good stuff too. Right? So for me, when you can get superstars like Kofi and Woods and they're free, if you put a little bit of effort into it, that's a really good thing. When you get like a Piper plate, what do you mean what I cannot say, Bunders? I have NDA, so there's some things I can't say, but I'll say the same thing on my channel as this channel. I've went off about things in the game on the official channel before. Oh, no, just in general, Bunders. So, like, they give us a ton of, yes, Flow. So, Flow, I actually spent $40 to get the 3.5 mil. Metal bits. To me, it was worth $40 to get. I wasn't gonna chase the solo shards for 100 solo shards for 40. I spent $40 more to get that 3.5 million metal bits and the 100 solo shards. That sold me on it. No, Bunders, that's not true. Not true at all. In fact, I've been told. My question is how to find a faction that is fun. Find one that doesn't have big feud restrictions, McGill. Or, like I try and tell people, build up a super fast feud roster so you don't have to spend hours doing it. Yeah, Godflow, same. Yeah, I don't know about the instant. I have to see the instant upgrade metal. That's exciting. The metal bits were fire. Hi, Delaney, how are you? Metal bits were absolutely fire. I love that like a fat kid loves cake, and I'm a fat kid that loves cake. You know? So the game Sapper's completely right. Like any game, literally, I see people on every game complaining about the game. It doesn't matter if it's like Skyrim, World of Warcraft, any game that has a daily player base kind of thing, Diablo, people are just mad. There's always something to be mad about. That's not to say the game couldn't be better, but at the same time, it could always be better. The stuff that's worth focusing on is stuff that makes the game worse or less fun, and you're not harping on daily. If you literally have to complain about the same thing every day, you're probably never going to have fun, and it's probably the wrong game. You know what I mean? Like, and I play games to have fun and relax. Literally, that's why I play games. It's like one of the games and food in my family are like, and my cats, which are part of my family, they're like my favorite things in life. They're better than money or sleep. I just need money to do them. So, you know, and the game has been much worse than this by far. This is consistently the most I've enjoyed the game on a regular basis. Consistently. For me. And I know that's not everyone's experience, but that's mine. You know? So events like this though are super confusing. So again, if there's more event questions I can help with, that's cool. I can also run somebody at gold for the turtles if you want to see. So the big things I was asked to do today were to play the turtles and go over the event stuff and help people with that too. And then talk about the portal. Because Bunders, you asked if we're told what to say on the channel. No, I don't think they want us cussing and things like that. I mean, they definitely don't like us saying cards. But I think they're cards. I say posters on the official channel. We don't get in trouble for it. I just do that because it's easy enough to say poster. Everybody knows you don't play a game with a poster. Posters go up on the wall. You play games with cards. They can officially say it's a poster. I'll agree on this channel it's a poster, but it's not. You don't play games with posters. They go on the wall. No one's ever played a game with a poster. We were going so well. So, nah, they're pretty easygoing. In fact, like, the only thing that I've had to take one preview down, and that was Asuka, because I repeatedly lost with her because she was so bad. And I said, okay, I'll take it down. But if I do it again, I'm still going to show how bad she is. I just won't lose if the losing is the problem. And I took it down and I put it up and she still sucked and she still barely won. That's the only one I've ever had to take down. And then I was asked to change a thumbnail one time. Other than that, no. And in fact, I've always been encouraged to give my honest opinion because I think there's something to be said. Yes, Tiffy. I think there's something to be said for giving your honest opinion because then when I like a poster, people know it's pretty legit. Yep, Rose. Yep. I could keep all the content. I could keep everything I said. They just didn't want it in the thumbnail. That's the only two things I've ever been asked to change that I can think of. And I don't think I'm fine with that. The Asuka one made me pretty mad. The thumbnail I turned into something funny. Yes. That didn't make me nearly as mad. Oh my gosh, Gumsy. The Tiffany one I made into fun for me. But yeah, I've always been encouraged to give my honest opinion. In fact, I one time asked about that. I actually asked if people at Scopely didn't like me. And the response was, well, why wouldn't they? And I said, because I say whenever I think characters are bad. And the response was, it's our job to make the characters good. It's your job to play them. And I was like, that works for me. So I never try and make anyone look good. That being said, if I enjoy a poster, I definitely feel like I play them better or more, or maybe try harder to find something that works if I enjoy their gameplay. If I don't enjoy their gameplay, it's really hard for me to continue playing them for hours to try and find something. Did I not do that in my Kairi video, Noah, that I just posted with the Piper plate? Pretty sure I ran with... Oh, maybe I didn't put Tama on for that build, though. But I thought I did. Thought I used Matt in one. I'm pretty sure I did. Let me get you the link. Pretty positive I did. It's already done. Yeah, progression Piper plate builds. I'm like 99% sure I did that. I got called a turbo nerd on Facebook the other day by somebody. Do you guys know what that means? I actually don't know what a turbo nerd is. Is that because I always care about how fast people are? I think the second moveset, Noah... Oh, so the second moveset actually has Sana and Matt because you can't run Matt without Sana for Kairi. So I don't think I ran the first one with just Tama, but if you don't have Tama, you got to double up the move anyway. So he isn't really helping you when you have to double up the move, because you can put the multiplies on top, but then you have to put the wild card on the bottom, and you're way more likely to cascade. It's definitely not, Chris. It's definitely not. Was that from like dictionary.com? A turbo nerd pushes the envelope on social ineptness. Use extreme caution in the handling of turbo nerds. They can snap at any time. All right. Oh, someone who I like the Urban Dictionary one more. Someone who goes above and beyond regular nerds. No, Noah. He's not needed to, but unless you're not doubling up the move with the Piper plate to get more multiplies, there's really no reason to use Tama. They're better trainers. The reason why you use Tama is so you don't have to hit the buff twice and you get consistent damage every turn. That's to mitigate cascade risk. Your damage output is always going to be higher doubling up, but when it gets high enough, you no longer have to double up because you already do enough damage. Then it can be faster and safer without the cascade risk. But Tama, before that, probably is going to do more damage than he helps, because then you're never going to hit any multiplies except unless they're above the board. And if you start putting your wild card match on the bottom row, you're going to cascade left and right. Way, way more. Yeah, one of those definitions I like, one not so much. I'll choose to take it as a compliment instead of being insulted, even though I know it was meant as an insult. So yeah. I assumed it was because I always wanted everything to be as fast as possible. Okay, any turtle questions? Turtle event questions? If you have a good enough stuff, Noah, then there can be zero risk with Kyrie, yes. Showtime Chemo, it's basically a wash. Technically, slightly better with a Piper plate. By slightly, I mean soup, sausage, and cheese, Chris. Extra sausage, extra cheese, loaded up. Light sauce, super light sauce. Is Sammy better? It's basically a toss-up. Showtime Chemo, it doesn't really matter. For all intents and purposes, it doesn't matter. But in reality, Piper plate, slightly better for the few gems you break. You can. What is the, with just, I think Godflow said 30 blitzes with just the John Cena prototype requirement. So 30 blitzes, bros. Close to the moment. 15K tickets. They're, yes, 15K blitz tickets, Rose, if you have that. Thank you, Flo. I appreciate it, Flo. You've been very helpful today. I appreciate that. Actually, a lot. No. Seth, yes. Seth, yes. Ray, not necessarily. Ray will completely depend on your faction and your bag RNG. I doubt it, Marlo. I think if there are any plates, they will be on the other prize wall that we haven't seen yet. But that is not inside info. I could be completely wrong. As far as I know, the 50% offer stays up the whole event, does it, guys? Let me look on the portal. Does anyone know? Flo, do you know? I think you can buy the half-off prize wall at any point, but I could be wrong. Maybe they limit it to this first week. Where's the $100 offer here? It says 5 days and 19 hours left. That seems like a bad idea on their part, but if it's not up for the full 2 weeks, I definitely am not buying it, personally. I don't want to get FOMO to what might be on it, or if I might get enough, so I'm not going to touch it. The prize wall is 2 weeks, but I mean the half-off offer says 5 days. assuming you haven't touched the bags, Chris, that you can the 100 and the other one, the 200s, assuming you haven't touched those, and you have access to both of those. There's still stuff coming this week. It's hard to say with what you've done today. Probably 23, 2400, 2200, 23 or 24, I think, probably. I would feel safe. 22, I'd start to sweat. Anything less than that, I'd definitely be very, very nervous. If I wanted him this month, but there's always next month. Yeah, I agree with Flo. I don't think this first prize wall is getting anything added, but that's not inside info. That's 100% a guess. Don't say Merrick said nothing is going to be added. That's just a guess. If you want me to answer your question, I will, but that's 1000% not inside info. And Scopely has been adding more stuff lately to prize walls, but I don't think so. Stewart, I don't feel comfortable saying safe, but I think that's a really good place. Like, I am at 2360. Yes, Sandel, I got the moment. Chris, you're good. You're really good. I don't see any way you're not going to get him. Because you do your stuff, no issues with that. I don't see any way you won't get him, Chris. I would say you're safe, Chris. Stewart, you're very close to me, and I'd say we're pretty safe. But it's close. Does that help? If not, you'll get him very early next month, I would say. So you're in a really good spot either way. Kofi and Ray Trainer coach abilities would make Bammer insane. Okay, I'm down for this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Because that is turtle stuff. Coach and trainer. Let's do this one. So I'm assuming if you're saying Bammer, you're referring to the 3 random gems here. One potential downside I see to using Kofi is how are you going to fill, like, you miss out on something important, don't you? Kofi's very fun. Honestly, I think Kofi and Woods are better than the other two. Milestone 45, Sandel. 45 of 50. So, if you use Kofi, there's a problem. You can't use Triple H. I don't think you can... I don't think Kofi is worth losing Triple H, right? I mean, that's kind of a big deal, is it not? I could be wrong. But that's kind of a must, yes? I don't know. I'm not a Bammer or Power Gem enjoyer. You tell me. And then Dusty would be the one right here if you have Dusty. Because you won't be charged in feud. You're going to be short by 2 MP. Red, black. Yes, you could. Is that the pyro or the you want to use the is that the setup you like for him, Ben? With power gems? I don't like power gems, so red. You're talking this one, Ben? Let me look. Choose a 3x7 area. Is this the one, Ben, that you like? Real break. Yeah. You think this is going to be better? Wait, 7. No, I don't think you can get Kofi on this one either. How would you get Kofi with 7 MP? Wait. Right. Don't put down the pyros. That makes sense. Can't get Kofi. Okay. So this is 21. Where's my calculator? How many times can you get this move down with this, Ben? 3, 4, 3, 3? If you use NWO Hogan, maybe? No? Not 3. Hogan 4, you think? Okay. Really? That's a lot. 21 at 159 base. What's that, like 3.3 million? Per power? No, that's not right. That can't be right. 21 times 159,000. 3.3 million without trainers. Versus... I'll try them both. I will try them both. But this is going to need at least Dusty to make this work. Or Lawler if you don't have Dusty. So let me just use Lawler. I don't think you can make up for... I think you need Triple H. I don't think Kofi is even kind of better, actually, for this one. Does anyone... I'll run them both, but does anyone disagree with me? Do you see any way in Feud that you can run this without Triple H? I'm sorry. With Kofi instead of Triple H, and it'd be better. Does that make sense? I mean, I'm not doing prop Feud builds, but sure. You could absolutely prop up. But if you get... That's not ideal at all. Because this is a metric crap ton more power gems each click. This one. And Ray. Yep. It's gotta be Ray. I agree. Strap, doesn't matter. We just need the plate. Sure. This is fine. Bad attitude. And then I'll try yours, Ben. I think you're right, Ben. You wanna DM me the trainers you want on it, Ben, while we're doing this, or you can just type it and I'll look at it after. Either one works, whatever's easier for you. Anyway, not a good way. Fair enough, Bunders. Touche. Touche, my good man. Touche. I really want to love power gems. Like, let's go against Sammy for when I cascade. I really want to love power gems. I just end up not, but I really want to. Eh. Ah! Cascade on the first rip. Who else is not surprised? I suck at this game. Every time, HD. Every time. It's like clockwork. This is a lot of power gems, though. This feels pretty spicy. Not gonna lie. even with a cascade, did like 40. So that's way more clicks than I want to do, but you don't need a strap for it, and you need a very accessible plate. And I cascaded, so he can definitely, yeah, triple yellow Hall of Fame DDP. He should do about 75 million if you have his gear, Chega. And then can use, then you can use Kofi. I think he'll do like 75 million ish if you have his gear. Let me do one more without cascading. Well, maybe not cascading, and then we'll do your setup, Ben. That's a really good question, Noah. So I feel like I don't want to answer it because I might hurt somebody's feelings, potentially. I've always had the same feud partner as long as I've been feuding. So I haven't feuded with very many people on purpose. Usually just on accident. What's up, Steven Randall? Yeah, then you can do like 75 mil, Chaga, with DDP. Yeah, it's pretty dirty, actually. What's up, Professor? We're showing off trainers, really, at this point. Which I think... Yeah, Noah, but there's plenty of people that I would like to feud with that I never have. So... Feel free, Eagles. I haven't even started my showdown yet. Feel free. So, potentially with Bammer, if you don't cascade, I think this is gonna do, like, what, guys? Like... it's a lot of clicks, but like 70, 80 million, probably. I will definitely hit you back. No question. That must do like 70, 80 million if you don't cascade. Yeah, it's not my flavor really, Professor, because I'm not like a big I'm not a big power gem guy, but they're very good trainers and coaches. So I don't know, the only good thing is Gumsy. All right, let's see. Did Ben did DM me. Thanks, Ben. We'll probably have to be this way with Ray. Yeah, that makes sense, Ben. And the Rocky plate. Okay, I can do that. Ben, if I screw the gameplay up, let me know, because I didn't even preview Bam Bam, so I feel like I'm gonna mess it up somehow. Oh yeah, Bradshaw is a good call. Yeah, Bradshaw's a good call. I always forget he does two. Can we get more people like Bradshaw? Who have you done? Oh, just no videos, Professor. No videos. So you can video anyone and it won't get in the way. I'm actually not recording. This is just I don't really record very often on these. It's more just to chill with chat. Any of them is good. But for the ones we tried, to put Seth on Charlotte, CM Punk, was gonna do Jade, got sidetracked. Apologies to whoever I screwed out of seeing Jade. Wasn't really on purpose. Yeah, right on, Professor. Oh yeah, you streaming today? I didn't talk to you today. Am I rating you in a little bit? Are you streaming? It's been so chaotically busy for me. I have other stuff going on besides the turtles dropping, so like I'm barely know where I'm at right now. and Ray. All right, and then Rocky Plate. It's black. It's red to black. I appreciate the pictures, Ben. Makes it really easy for my simple brain. I feel like Ben. Oh, wrong one. We want Eye of the Tiger. Ben's known me long enough. He knows what to expect. Just do 3 matches with the red and lay out 2 sets. You can keep using the black move to boost. Lay out 2 sets. See if I figure out what that means when we get in here. Oh, lay out 2 sets. 2 sets. Okay, 2 sets of power gems. I gotcha. I'm following, Ben. Then we hit this. And now, now what do I do? Just make a 3 match? That's it? Oops, I think I have the wrong red move in. I'll save it. I think I have the wrong move in. Or something. Or we can't use Bradshaw because he's doing black. So I think we need Hogan, right? Yeah, we need Hogan. Now, Bradshaw buffs black, not red. So I think we do need Santa. Or NWO. Yes. We will raid Professor for the giveaways. Ooh. That's a big grand prize. Good luck, everybody. Alright, Ben. Let me fix this. Right? We need NWO, right? Not Bradshaw? I put the wrong red move in. Okay. It was a good thought, though. It was a good thought. That's awesome. Red move that makes red. Yes. Choose 7. It's this one. And then NWO. A 3 match only gives us 5 red, though, right? Ben? Don't we need more? So do I do a 5 match then? I would do a 5 match, right? For a feud? To get the 7? Yeah, 5 match, right? I think I need to do a 5 match. Eagles, you shut up. I just saw what you said. You shut up, Eagles. Stop giving my secrets away. 2, right, 2, 3 matches. Perfect. Thank you. I'm following now. Right. Yep, we're good. We're all good. And that moves the pin bar enough? We don't need to set up a row break, right? No, we will. 2, Will that move the pin bar enough? Wait, it will. It will because this will recharge. Never mind. I'm good. I'm good. I'm really good. I suck at this game. So you could use X-Pac too. If you don't have NWO Hogan, you could use X-Pac too. And now we would do a 3 match because then we could swipe again. 3 match to ticket once and then swipe to pin and ticket a second time. Yep. I'm with you, Ben. I'm on the same page, my friend. Boom. He's probably already done. Very nearly. That was 30 million. So this is that's 80 million. I like it. I like it. I don't like power gem stuff, but that's pretty good. I like that. Nice, Rose. Ray is definitely really good on him. For sure. For sure. Let me do that one more time. What about Hall of Fame Vader? I can, Bunders. Can and will. Is Hall of Fame Vader another good spot? Yeah, exactly, Ben. Just keep him silver. Keep your talent low. I'd agree. That's a good way of... That's not bad. Yeah. You also don't need to fill his stars this way. It would be great. Ray would be awesome on Batista, no question. No question, Ray would be awesome on Batista. Batista's pretty dirty, triple black anyway. Like, extremely dirty. I mean that in the best possible way. You can actually buff the power gems one more time, too. So what's this one tick for? 35 million at the end? Yeah, that gets close to 90. It's a lot of clicking, but it's very good. Rose. Cool. Yeah, it is. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. It's nice to have a little bit of as much as I like harp on speed and no cascading and stuff. Sometimes it's really nice just to play somebody that plays different, because I get sick of doing the same thing all the time. Like, as much as I love using my Julius and just two clicking with him, it does get a little bit boring at times, right? Like, and it's it's good to have options and people that use different trainers and stuff too. I really like move damage, so Tamatongo is super fun to play. Oh, I do, Gumsy, I know. Julius is awesome. No question. I love him. Like, huge. Um, yeah, Hall of Fame Vader and then Batista. I'll do Batista first because everyone has Batista. And then I'll try Hall of Fame Vader. What time is it? 4:43? We're good on time. I hope we get some Power Gem bosses, honestly, to go along with these Power Gem characters and trainers. So yeah, definitely right. Julius is crazy for everything, Bunders, especially if you get a Tama plate. Oof. I love Julius, man. Absolutely love Julius. He's so good. And the plate, like, I'm really frustrated though that I didn't take Naomi gear and I took the Steiner plate specifically for Julius, and then literally 3 days later I was an idiot. If only I had known. For people that think Scopely content creators get the inside info, we 100% don't. One, I didn't think Naomi would be that cheap on the UCC. I thought she'd be at least 550, but probably 700. And two, I didn't think they would release a trap plate 3 days after I effing made the wrong choice. That's really frustrating to me. But hindsight's 2020. I bet restate. If I had known what I know now. Yep, Chris. I took Bubba's glasses because I wanted to two-click with Julius. And I needed that to have a chance to do it. But then I got the plate. And I didn't think I'd get Naomi. That was like reverse FOMO. I'm not going to get Naomi anytime soon, so whatever. I don't need her gear. Well, heck. How dumb am I? That's about how that went. Alright, I'm blind. Did anyone see Mello in here? I can. He doesn't need it. They're not going to go to waste, Ben. I can definitely put him on Jacob. They won't go to waste, but, you know. I really want Naomi's gear now. I want my nice 2-click things. That's because they screwed him, Bunders. If you watch after the Tama plate, watch that video, it's much better. But they took a shiny toy away from me and gave me a much less shiny toy, and it was really frustrating. So yeah. What do I want here? Choose 5 to make into black. I think I want, who was I using for this one? How do I want to play this? I don't even remember how I played them. I just opted for the green right now, Chris. I wanted to. I would with the moment, I think, use the blue. Without it, I think it's just, the green is so fast, you know? Kind of, but not exactly. Because Piper wasn't good ever. And so kind of, but not exactly. Okay, Noah. I hope I did. I like Sammy. So if I didn't, you know. How do I want to do this? I'm gonna use the match, and I think I want NWO Hogan, right? I think for this. I feel like I do, and then Ray. But which one, Rose? Generally, that's the case. Is the plates aren't named for people they're good for. They're named for the release weekend they debut on, the plates. So just because it's like Bubba's glasses doesn't mean it's designed to be good on Bubba. In fact, half the time it's for the character, half the time it's not. May's plate is good on May, as that was the case. Tiffany's plate is good on Tiffany. But yeah, Tama's plate is not good on Tama. His best moveset is move damage, plate or no plate, like, period. Yeah, it should, Ben. Or Kyrie. Chainsaw Charlie or Kyrie. It's lights out on Kyrie. Oh, gotcha, Rose. Yeah, I tried, because I was doing all the Piper Plate videos, right? Just to see. At Silver, she hit for 12 million with a perfect board. With the Piper Plate. 12 million at Silver with a perfect board. Yeah, Ben. He's like Regal Jr. Now with the moment and stuff, Funk is like Regal Jr. That's kind of how I refer to him. Just throw this on, it's not doing anything. I don't even need a plate. This is power gems. Or a strap. Whatever. The other thing too is Funk counters all these trap people. He's like a hard counter to anyone with traps. You can't lose. Okay, and power gems, every countdown. Yeah. So I want to do this, and then do a 5 match. That we swipe into, right? To fill the other one, 5, 7, yes, 5 match we swipe into. Hmm. This board wants to mess me up. Really, really bad. Look at this board. All the places where I want to do my 5 matches, it's like, danger, Will Robinson, danger. This board totally wants to... We're just going vertical. I know it's worse. This board wants to really eat my lunch. It can just go away. I'm just scared to touch things right now. I did this wrong. I did this wrong. No, oh wow, no I didn't. That was just both sides cascade. I did the swipe right. Jeez. Woof. Woof. It's like wherever I pick is guaranteed to be wrong. Whatever. Yeah, I hit on both sides. It's incredible. Again. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the 3 here. Oh! Oh, dang though, that's hard. That's like his health is gone already, and we have another swipe. That's a 41 million swipe. Woo! His power gems are dirty. Absolutely dirty. Yeah, that's... yeah. He's awesome. Like, I actually, he's just really good, to be honest. Really good. They do, Scopely does generally a really solid job with the freebies, man. Oh, I screwed this up. Look at me go. That was all... Oh, I cascaded up top. Anyway, that was all my fault, though. That one's on me. That one is 100% on me. That was 100% on me. I just like doing it on the side every time. I'm bad that way. That was all my bad. Sorry, Batista. You're so much better than that. I just cascade everywhere. Maybe Rose? I'd have to do a 6 match. But I think, yeah, I can try that. I can try a 6 match. Because, for the 8 MP. I'll try a 6 match. I think I get what you're saying. Let me try that. We still have enough room to do the swipe after the 6. So... and then we'd be recharged, and I could choose again. Let me try a 6. Also, I don't think I've seen you in, no, it's Gears Power Gem Bunders. Moment doesn't affect it either. I don't think I've seen you in chat before, Rose, so I'm enjoying interaction. I like seeing new people that, I don't know that like talking about the game, so that's cool. Just commenting. Ben, I've known for a super long time. I know Clay, Restate, Festabomb, Bunders. I've seen all them around a bunch. That yellow's gonna get me for sure. No, wait. Yeah, nope, I don't trust it. Mm-mm. Whatever. Right on, Bunders, indeed. I only have 5. I need to do 6. Go here. Son of a... What? I am doing well, Festa. Hey, Dylan, how are you, bud? Every time. Like, I am the worst cascader. This is why, truthfully, as much as I like them, I just can't feud with anyone that I have to do this kind of stuff with. Because this is normal for me. Doesn't matter where I pick, it's always the wrong spot. Fair enough, Noah. Fair enough, bud. That was 58 million, though. Batista is an awesome free character. Beard's good. Beard's good. I used to be new back in the day. Indeed, Stone Cold. How are you, buddy? Let's see if I can get one without... The turtle guys are really... I like the... This may sound stupid, but when you're looking at them in this screen, like the management screen or whatever, the fact that they do all their twirly moves and stuff is really fun. I didn't know it. It would certainly help him, though. It would certainly help him. I would like to get one where I don't cascade, though. That's not too much to ask for, right, guys? No, no, no. There. Yep. So, if you're at... uh, 6. Well, step 1. Oh, we are short. We're no, we're good. We're loaded. Yep. Or what am I talking about? I'm just all paranoid right now. And then now we take our swipe. Oh, I don't like this. No, I don't like that. Oh, I hate every spot. I hate this spot less. Son of a... Rage. Whatever. This is how hard it would have been if I didn't cascade. We would have clicked 3, and it would have ticked once without the cascade for whatever that is, and then we would have swiped, and it would have been this much. So that's what it would have been. It would have been like 40 million. I give up. Like 40 million that way on turn 1. Deputy Dog. No, it's the cascades. It's the cascades. Whatever, I'm power bombing you, Sammy. Piss off. Noah. Yeah. Let's just not. Yeah, Clay, you have no idea how many times I've tried not cascading. Yeah, restate. Sammy's frustrating. Seth on Ilya is we did it, Ben. It added like 12 or 13 million or something over mem. I maybe not, Clay. Maybe not. It added another 10 or 13 million on top. Yeah. It's really like it's super good. Right? Rose? um it's really good on Charlotte, Ben. Showboat Charlotte, because she's making like 28 freaking multiply gems. Really, really good on Charlotte. Oh, coach, this was we were testing out Ray, Festa on Batista. The plates don't matter, strap doesn't matter. We were just testing out Ray. This is to get the 8 MP to start, right? If you don't, there's other ways you could do it, but this just works pretty easily. And now we just take a swipe. We'll try Vader real quick, and then we'll raid Professor so you guys can win giveaways. Because I think Vader might be able to get Kofi. Yeah, he hits really hard, Rose. There's much better ways to run him potentially. Like if you put MP down on him, for example, um, and then let your swipes happen, it's just really slick. So Vader, what does Vader do? He's got this thing. I haven't really thought about rating Showdown. I don't want to use the sub, Ben. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew someone was gonna say use the sub. I don't want to use the sub. Use the sub. I know it's better for that, but I don't want to use the sub. Again, I don't think we get Kofi on him either. I know. I'm aware, Ben. I know how it works. I know how it works. You're not wrong. I just don't want to. Yes. Yes. And yes. Although in Vader's case, uh it's again just Ray. So I think you're honestly what I'm taking from all of this is it's going to be very hard to use Kofi on anybody. Yes, Noah. I like that as well. Without the sub. It's going to be very hard to use Kofi on anybody. That's kind of what I'm getting out of this so far. Agree, disagree as far as feud goes. The tours, no problem. Yes, exactly, Rose. Exactly. Um, I don't know. It's maybe on somebody like that has a all 1 MP moves or 2 at the most. It's just hard to find room for him and still be able to run your stuff in the competitive modes. It does Big Show, but I'm playing around the this is 50%, so that's what the gear is for Power Gems, so we just won't use Bella. And as far as the MP, I'm just ignoring it. So this is what it would be with Bella and Ray. Does that make sense? I think, well, I think his base might have got reworked, Ben. His base might have got reworked during the rework on his Power Gems. Good question. I'll try one with Vader and then look real quick. Because I feel like his base got moved to like up a little bit. I don't know if it's great, but I think it's like 90k. Maybe? Can't do that. Let's do it safe. Mm. Yeah, I don't like it. I already don't like it. It didn't take near enough off for me. I definitely don't like it. Yeah, so Scon is next, Bunders. After that, I don't have anyone in the queue. Yeah, I don't like it. Only 60k? Okay, that won't do it then, Ben. Sadly. Eh. Yeah, this ain't it, Chief. Too long. I think the single move might work better. I don't know. That's gonna do it, right? Yeah. Okay. One more try. Then raid time. Cool. You know how to get a hold of me on Discord, Bunders? Send me a friend request. So you can message me because I don't think we share a server. You have to friend request me. And let me know your Discord name because I have a bunch of friend requests I don't accept. Yes, it is Merrick's game. And the number thing went away for Discord, so I have trouble finding people now. Gotcha. That I should remember. As far as I know, there's no one else impersonating me. I got you. Now you can DM me. The question is, actually, do you have the time to listen? Is there any yellow, 2 yellow MP power gem person that anyone knows of right off? Tagged. Because then we could technically use Kofi, maybe. Son of a biscuit. I guess we could still use Kofi. He's black. Well, we can use Kofi. You know what? We're using Kofi. Whatever, any yellow MP is fine. Doesn't matter that it's CM Punk. I just don't want to look. We're using Kofi, dang it. And he's going right here. Where are you, Kofels? Boom. He makes 15. You know what, Fifth Element, you're not wrong. Here, we don't care about the strap. We don't care about anything. What we care about is this. I don't like him, Nick. I should try Bradshaw, but we're out of time, Ben. And I don't want to cut into Professor's stream, because that would be rude. I'm already pushing it. I don't like Ray at all, other than a coach. He's Temu. We would have 1 MP in feud here. This is a lie. We would have 1 MP. So we need to get 3 yellow to get 3 green. How much is that? 3 green. That gives us 4. So 3 yellow, 3 green. Just barely makes it. To get Kofi on there is not easy. Oh, this is a cascade waiting to happen. I don't think Kofi is... Yeah, it's not. Ray as a fighter is Temu Braun Strowman. But, you know. We have the yellow gems, I would just do this once you have the power gems out. It still doesn't impress me. Really doesn't impress me. To be honest. Does not impress me. At all. Alright. Let's raid Professor. You know what? We can do that. on my stream one of these days if you want on my channel if you'd like. If you just want to get better at feuding. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Always have a good time. We can try that on one of my streams if you'd like. That could probably benefit a lot of people too. Appreciate you guys. I had a good time. I hope you enjoyed it. The turtle guys are awesome in general. I like their trainers. They're a lot of fun to play. The contest, well, it's convoluted. I think if you just play, you're going to come away with a lot of stuff. There's 2 different prize walls to recap. Thanks, Bunders. I try. 2 different prize walls. One goes the whole time. One is next week. Ray is on next week's. We don't know what else is on next week's besides Ray, but I expect surprises. If it's anything like Rocky, Rocky had a moment in plates. Crossing our fingers that we get a moment in plates. But yeah, guys, the trainers are awesome, super useful. Seth's ridiculous as a coach. Also, to recap fighter-wise, I like Kofi and Woods more than I think I like Seth and, what's his face? Ref. Right on, Dylan. I'm glad. Take care, guys.
Speaking of prize walls, there's the segue. And here comes the raid.